living in the countryside since birth, it was extremely rare that a day would go by without some kind of animal making noise. It got to a point where I could determine where an animal was based on how their noises sounded. But there was one occurrence that would forever make me stay indoors at night. My family had been in town to take care of business and were later than normal. At the time, we had a dog living inside with us, but wasn't quite fully trained. Doing the usual signs that she had to go outside, I followed her. Snakes, wolves, and wild hogs were known to get close to people's homes, and with her being a small pup, I wanted to make sure she was safe. With the porch and security lights on, I sat next to the door and watched the pup look for the right spot to do her business. The house wasn't far from a main highway, so it was normal to hear 18-wheelers and cars moving about. Looking around the property, everything seemed fine, so I watched the pup wander around. The pup slowed to a stop, then looked around with her ears perked. Wondering what she was hearing, I started to look around myself. The trees on the property were swaying from a strong breeze. However, I couldn't hear the leaves rustling amongst themselves, nor could I feel the wind that was making them move. Instead, my body was getting warmer, clammy, and uncomfortable. It was then that I realized I couldn't even hear the soft hum of electricity filling the porch light above me. Every second after that, I felt a pressure surround me, like a violent predator was watching me, getting closer and getting ready to attack. Seeing the pup stare off towards the road, I watched her tail wag as if someone familiar was calling her. She then started to walk to whatever it was. Before she could leave the safety of the light, I jumped up and called her name. The moment she turned to see me, every sound I was missing suddenly returned. I was able to hear the rustling leaves. The wind finally brushed against me, and I could hear the traffic driving by. Hurrying her to get back into the house, I heard something heavy kick off from the roof. I was used to hearing owls and hawks, but this was something I had never heard before. Bringing the pup back inside, I closed the door. From that night onward, I refused to be outside unless I was in a group. Even to this day, I'm still not able to explain what happened that night. But just because I now live in town, doesn't mean weird things have stopped happening on a daily basis.